Absolutely no hate to the creator, but I just want to explain why he's just blatantly wrong and God Fusion Goku is actually just as strong as people make him out to be.
It gets taken out by an attack from Broly, and it's here where Mr. Satan makes a wish to Shenron that essentially allows Goku to fuse with the energy of the audience, essentially switching out Vegeta for a bunch of random people. The fusion is successful, turning Goku into a brand new form known as God Fusion Goku. We don't actually see what he fully looks like in the movie itself, and only have this poster to go off of, where he honestly kind of looks like a Gotenks-styled Gogeta with the blue and black hair. This God Fusion Goku easily one-shots this God Broly with a Kamehameha, and the movie ends shortly after with Mr. Satan accidentally winning the tournament because he never left the arena. And it's that very last part where people cite as to why God Fusion Goku is so strong. It's because he apparently fused with the audience, meaning that Goku gains the power of real-life human beings, and thus has the power that goes beyond fiction. I've been kind of neutral on this the whole video, but it's time to be honest. This argument is incredibly bad. God Fusion Goku is a total fraud. Now, talking about fiction that interacts with reality is kind of weird. Fourth wall breaks and even direct audience participation oftentimes spits directly in the face of power scaling and even just formal logic. However, I would think it's fairly obvious that no matter how much a character may, for example, talk to the audience or even interact with the writer of their own story, they aren't actually as real as an actual person consuming the story. Archie Sonic isn't real because he has an issue where he goes to the real world. Deadpool doesn't transcend narrative because there's a story where he kills his writers. The list goes on, and God Fusion Goku is no different. Well, yes, there are some very esoteric stories where characters interact with the very nature of their fiction and their own narrative, like Animal Man. The issue here is that 1, this isn't happening here. God Fusion Goku is from an amusement park ride, and 2, even then, those characters still don't transcend fiction. However, people like to argue that this is a weird special case for some reason, as Goku gets the energy from the audience, which means he's still fictional but empowered by real-life energy somehow. However, this falls apart if you actually participated in the ride. Within the narrative of the 4D experience, there is an audience within the movie that is inside a spaceship piloted by Bulma that is clearly separate from the movie theater that the viewers are sitting in. I hope I don't have to explain that. Just like every other fourth wall breaking story, there is a fictional version of the audience or the real world that the character is actually interacting with. Furthermore, the audience isn't even treated as some sort of powerful beyond-dimensional entity that gives Goku a transcendent power-up. They're just people. That's why he needs Shenron to fuse with him directly at all.
So essentially what he's doing is that he's basing this off of the one video that's on YouTube about the 4D experience. Bulma did not say that there was a fictional version of the audience with her riding that spaceship thing. No. What you need to understand is that it's an amusement park. So that thing is a visual representation in the movie to make you feel like you're in that spaceship thing, watching the fight as if you're right in front of them. It's not saying that there's some other fictional humans representing you, but it's being orchestrated in such a way that you are included in the movie. That is why it's called a 4D experience. Bulma is talking to you sitting in the movie theater. And even if we still man and say, oh, it's just a fictional representation of you, which it isn't, that fictional representation of you can be as strong as you want it to be, since it would be your avatar. So you can just say, my fictional representation in this movie is stronger than all of fiction, since you're an audience member directly controlling the character that represents you. And this doesn't just apply to the people in the theater, but anyone who watches the movie. This is why the fusion is called you-ku, and not theater people-ku, when you're fused with Goku. Even in the previous movie, the background where Goku and Frieza were fighting changes to the same color as the theater that you're in. They even describe it as you firing the Kamehameha with Goku. You are a part of the whole fusion. That's the entire point of it being a 4D experience. Obviously, Goku doesn't become a real character, and you don't become fictional, but the concept of fusion with a real-life person that can make fusion as strong as they want it is still included in said fusion. Hence why people say it's about fiction, because the audience members who are included in that fusion view all of fiction as fiction, and the concept of their power is somehow included with Goku, even if it's a fictional representation. It still doesn't matter. Something like this has never been done in fiction before. It's not the same as the one that Deadpool or the ones that are shown in DC. No, it's not the same. This is a completely, entirely new, different concept that includes actual people and not fictional versions of people. I was even told that Akira Toriyama himself attended that 4D experience. If that's the case, then he could just, like if the author of the character is there, then basically Goku can just be as strong as he wants him to be. And there's no way you can defeat God Fusion Goku without defeating the humans who attended that movie, since they are included in God Fusion Goku. They're included in the movie itself. They're included as part of the fusion. So there is absolutely no way to defeat the entirety of God Fusion Goku unless you defeat the real life humans. Even if you want to say, oh, the God Fusion Goku does not become real, the humans don't become fictional, they don't actually fuse. Yes, I know that. I'm not stupid. But the fact is, before you can defeat God Fusion Goku, or Yuku, which is the official name, you have to defeat the real life people as well, which is impossible for any fictional character. Which is why God Fusion Goku is the strongest fictional character to exist. Because he quite literally has scaling implications that make him above fiction. It's just normal, like it's not really that hard to explain. If you still disagree, we can always just debate it. My Discord server will be linked in the comment section below. Now, for everyone who watched this video, I hope you learned something from this. And if you did, make sure to subscribe as we are on our way to 10,000 subscribers. And don't forget, even the TikTok page is on its way to 10,000 followers. So guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to follow TikTok